Earlier this month, the Honolulu City Council approved its $5 billion budget, but it was a split 6-3 vote with Mayor Rick Blangiardi threatening a line item veto. Join us now with more is Council Chair Tommy Waters. Aloha and good morning, Chair. Thank you so much for stopping by with us.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Okay, so this was a split vote. The mayor said he would like to threaten a line item veto as the Office of Economic Revitalization. That was the sticking point there. Why did the council decide that these were the cuts that you wanted to make?
Well, there's a scathing audit of that department that came down, and the council thought that we should redirect the money where we thought it's needed. And it came down to public safety. It really did, right? We're talking about crime. That story that you just heard a few minutes ago is really, really troubling to us. We needed more prosecuting attorneys. So we put in another $2 million for the prosecutor's office, 10 more prosecutors that they can hire. Public safety as far as stream maintenance. After the Kona low, we found that, the stream overflowed. We're investing in technology where we can put monitors in every stream around the island to see when there's a big, huge influx of water coming down, we could get that on our cell phone and evacuate early enough. Again, stream maintenance is a huge, huge thing. Traffic is a huge thing. I know right by your house, there was a car that went through your gate, I think, or your neighbor's gate. Yeah. We put an extra $1 million in road diets and other traffic calming devices. I'm currently walking more door to door. I've knocked on about 1,100 houses so far. And the number one issue is speeding, right? So we wanted to invest where the people are telling us where this is needed.
As far as some of the cuts to DPP, et cetera, the Honolulu police salaries, although it does incentivize retention as well as recruitment, what was the idea behind that?
Well, the fact of the matter is the city lapses tens of millions of dollars every year, up to I think it was $200 million this year. And the city council looked at that and tried to redirect the money where it needed. But if you think about it, lapsing money, that's money taxpayer money that's appropriated every year that goes unspent. So DPP lapsed $10 million last year. So we thought, okay, let's take a little bit of that and redirect it.
As far as generating revenue, it's very difficult because the federal government is doing what it is doing. That does impact the city's budget. But as far as generating revenue, any ideas for ways that the city can do so that they don't have to make cuts next year?
That's a tough one, right? The city generates revenue through property taxes, and we wanted to make sure that we're not increasing property taxes, and we didn't. Fact of the matter is your property values go up, so your taxes go up. So one of the things that the city council is looking at is increasing your homeowner's exemption to keep up with that, because a lot of people are moving away from Hawaii. I don't know if I've told you this story. 5 of my siblings live on the mainland. Right? My parents moved to the mainland and ended up passing away on the mainland because they couldn't afford to live here. So the idea really is to keep costs down rather than raising taxes. But revenue generation, that's really, really difficult, right? We don't want to raise fees. We don't want to raise taxes in any way.
You are running for re-election for Honolulu City Council for your district. Some have pushed back against saying that you shouldn't be able to run because they consider it a third term. Your pushback against that is that you didn't serve a full first term. What's your idea behind that?
Yeah, the charter, which is equivalent to our Constitution, says that you get 2 consecutive 4-year terms. Fact of the matter is, I did not serve 2 consecutive 4-year terms. So ultimately, I think the clerk is going to make a preliminary determination this week to see if I'm eligible.
The Honolulu Police Commission selected David Lazar, who was with the San Francisco Police Department, as the new chief. A little bit of controversy there because there was a lot of support for Director of the Department of Law Enforcement, Mike Lambert, who spent a lot of time working with HPD. What do you make of this choice?
Yeah, I was really surprised that the Police Commission didn't select Lambert. I thought he was the local favorite. I've worked with him before, great guy. Lazar, I was in a panel discussion with him. He interviewed really, really well. On paper, he looks impeccable, but proof's going to be in the pudding. Let's see how well he does. He is our chief. We got to support the guy. So I'm going to have a meeting with him shortly to talk about how we can help him. We put money in the budget, by the way, for him to retain police officers, because I'm afraid people are going to start to retire, right? If all the officers who are eligible for retirement actually did retire, oh my God, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Right now we have 480 approximately uniformed police officer vacancies. So in this budget, we put money in for retention bonuses for police officers to keep them on the job. So look forward to working with Chief Lazar to try to implement that.
Yeah, retention, very important. Your district, and really across the city and county of Honolulu, parks and recreation, very important, especially when it comes to youth sports. There's a lot of youth sports teams out there that practice all over the place. We have great youth sports leagues. There is a new program, a pilot program, as far as the permits go for these organizations. Some of the community organizations I've talked to said that they're worried about their permitting process. They're worried about their leagues being able to survive and more of these private, like really high-level elite teams taking over. What are your thoughts on this pilot?
Well, the fact of the matter is we need more baseball fields. We have a shortage, especially in my district in Hawaii Kai. People are competing for these fields, which is terrible. So one of the things I'd like to do is look at open space where we can actually make more fields, you know, just like Kalani High School, right? That's where Kalani High School plays, right? But they're competing with Little League there too. You know, I'm happy to report, though, in this budget, we put some money for a new basketball and volleyball court at the Blaisdell, right? You know that at the States, you got to drive all the way out to the North Shore to, you know, have the state tournament. So they want to put a new roof on the Blaisdell. That's going to be about $10 million. And I said, okay, if you're going to put a new roof on there, I want a new basketball court, too. But yeah, sports, we gotta take care of our youth, right? That's how you keep people out of trouble. Get them busy in sports.
Yeah, exactly. Those youth, very important. Sports important in doing so. Chair Waters, thank you so much for stopping by with us this morning.
My pleasure. Anytime.